Yep.
Makes sense, actually.
Welcome to Off the Stage Podcast.
And welcome to Off the Stage
Do you
Podcast.
mute yourself when you edit this, or are you just going to like whisper it?
No, I do it as I'm pretending that I'm saying it at
I know,
the
but in
time.
this mic, it's going to pick you up going.
I didn't even realise I was doing that. Well, no, I do not. I just let it all. I just roll with it.
Okay.
You know, Oasis and all. Yeah. Anyway,
Stop it, James.
Anyway,
The podcast is finished.
welcome to Off the Stage Podcast. I've just said that, haven't I?
Yeah.
The show where we take musicians off the stage and into the pub to talk about the ins and outs of the music world. I'm James Berry, this is Conor Michael, and we are joined by the fantastic Twayn. We get the clap. Oh, this is hard.
Hi, guys.
I realise I don't have the clap on this one again.
You changed your soundboard.
I changed the soundboard again, yes. Oh no, I haven't. There we go, that's the clap.
There's an applause.
Oh,
There we go.
brilliant.
Welcome, guys.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
No, it's great. We've obviously done the song first, which is something that it's always played at the end of the podcast, but to us it's something new, recording it first. And it's quite nice acoustic guitar, piano, and brilliant harmonies. Are you guys live the same, or is that just like a stripped back version?
That particular version that we did for you is definitely a stripped back version. We also mashed it up with 2 other songs on the EP.
Yes.
So that's the first time we've ever done that mashup before. So we mashed up Mr. Perfect, Out the Door, and The Enemy I've Wanted. But Mr. Perfect, the studio version, sounds completely different to what we just
We
performed.
sort of have 2 different live sets. So when we're doing a support act, we have the acoustic chilled vibes.
Yeah.
And then when we're doing a festival or whatever, we have a full sort of festival set, which has got backing tracks and our drums and bass and everything.
Do you have like other people in the band when you're doing that? Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, we do. We have our drummer, Oscar, bassist, Canal, and our guitarist, Isaac.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I was listening to your stuff just before it came out. It's very like poppy.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of cool like. Trying to think of the word. Yeah, poppy. I guess is the word. It's got all that like the cool like beats and stuff like that. Sounds really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is
Thank
what I was.
you.
I guess you've answered the question, haven't you? Really, kind of because the show you did there was a bit more stripped back and cool.
Yeah.
So what are your names? I should have asked that before.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Grace.
Grace, okay,
We probably should have
excellent.
started with that.
And are you guys twins, did you say?
Yeah.
We are indeed.
Yeah.
People think we're lying when we tell them that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we say we're Twayn twins on social media, and people come up to us after the gig and say, "Are you actually twins?" Because obviously we don't look like it, but we are indeed
Yeah.
twins. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that makes it easier to practice and.
Yeah.
It's-
But we've been singing together since we were born, so
Okay.
it does make it easier for organising practice
Yeah, imagine,
sessions
yeah.
because we're in the same house. So
Do you ever clash being quite similar?
we're actually really different people, I think.
I think different in some aspects. I think from when we're in the studio together, I think when we're in writing sessions that we sometimes clash because I get very attached to my ideas.
As
Because,
do I.
yeah, I think we both get attached to our own ideas, and then sometimes we just have to fight it out. But
Grace
yeah,
usually wins with the lyrics.
yeah, I usually do. I think it's because early on I used to do all the writing myself.
Yeah.
So more recently it's been quite difficult to let someone else in and tell me, no, I think that line could be better.
Yeah.
But I think it's good because we can afford to be brutally honest with each other because at the end of the day, the band can't split up
Yeah.
because we see each other all the time.
Yeah. And so, with you guys having grown up together as well,
Yeah.
did you grow up with different musical influences, or did you both come through the same kind of? We both listen to that music, or
I think Hannah listens to more musical theatre, or at least used to.
That's true. I think in our early years when we were very little, we listened to the same things because our mum would play us the same things like in the car journeys to school or whatever. So we listened to a lot of Carole King, The Carpenters,
Amy Winehouse.
Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
Lots of different styles. But then I love musical theatre, so I listen to a lot of musical theatre stuff.
And I love musical theatre, but I don't tend to listen to it in my free time. I'm a Taylor Swift fan, Maisie Peters.
I was gonna say I could
lots
see
of pop.
I can hear the Taylor Swift influence.
Yes.
Yeah, I can absolutely hear that.
That's all we want.
that's good. Maisie Peters was on my Spotify Wrapped Up last year.
Yeah,
she's
She was
so
like 4 out of 5 of my songs of hers.
yeah, she's so good. She's amazing.
we love her.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's good. What's your favourite theatre play? Music theatre?
I thought you were just going to ask what's your favourite theatre.
Musical. I think musical's the word in it.
Yeah, probably Hairspray is a classic, but I really like Dogfight, which is a lesser well-known one.
Yeah.
You put me on the spot here. I think those are probably my top 2 at the minute.
Did you ever do musical theatre in school
Yes.
and stuff?
Yeah. We both did it.
Both do it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we loved it.
My favourite is, if you've ever seen it, Back to the Future, the musical. I'm quite
Not
a simpleton
seen it
when it comes
yet.
to musical theatre and musicals and stuff,
Yeah.
but I love Back to the Future, and I went to see it, and it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I've
Yeah.
heard it's amazing.
It is really good.
I've never watched the film.
Yeah, no, we haven't watched it,
Oh,
which is
It's just
a
you know what?
travesty.
It's just a fun show.
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
a proper 80s film.
Uh-huh.
It's just funny and it's great. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
we've seen them do songs at award shows and stuff. Which are the musical theatre awards, not the Tonys? Yes?
The Olivier's.
I can't remember, but
Too many names.
Yeah, the Tonys.
yeah.
Tonys.
Sometimes they do performances on TV shows, don't they? So I've seen like a couple of the songs from Back to the Future, but I haven't
Yeah.
seen it properly.
Must imagine it's the best show I've seen, but I can't remember any of the songs. I just love the
Yeah, just the feeling.
Spectacle.
the spectacle.
Just like the fact that the DeLorean was
Yeah,
driving on the stage.
the
would you?
DeLorean came out in front of you. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like nerding out, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously with you guys obviously growing up together and you've been doing this a while, when
Yeah.
did you start writing your own original music and how did that start?
How did it start? It kind of started, a lot of our peers at school were writing songs as well. I think when we were younger, we were friends with really musical people. So we used to make bands all the time and sing songs together. And then as everyone else kind of dropped it and wasn't really that interested, I just kept going. I think the first proper song that I wrote was maybe when I was 9 or something, and it was all improvised and it was really quite tragic.
We're not going to go back.
No, I was having a tantrum and it was just really tragic. I listen back to it now and I'm like, oh.
God, usually like at that age I'm like, I'm leaving home, and you're like, I'm gonna write a song.
Yeah. I thought I was so cool, but oh no, it's really not
Yeah.
good. But I'd say taking it seriously, probably since lockdown was when we started producing up all of our songs, and that's when it became a joint venture because Hannah was doing the production, I was doing the lyrics, and we were working together to create all of that music during lockdown.
It wasn't Twayn at that point though.
No.
Grace wanted to be a singer and I was just helping with the production.
Yeah.
And then it was only in 2022 where someone told us we should become a duo.
Yeah.
And then we did. And then we released our first track in 2022, January.
Yeah. Where do you record it?
We recorded the first track we did was part of a songwriting course we did in Sunderland actually with a company called ISG.
Yeah. It was an
and-
Arts Council funded project. So it was us and then some other amazing artists were all picked to record a song. And at that point, going into that course, I was still a solo artist and Hannah was my producer. But then we came out of it a duo because everyone there said, you two have got something really special. You two should
Yeah, that's cool.
join together.
I find it like, obviously we've been doing this for like good 2 years now, but the amount of times we've kind of asked, how did you join? And the amount of times people says, well, it started with lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's so like it I know the
I
kind of
think
conspiracy
lockdown was
theorists
a-
say the great was set, but like in
Yeah.
musical terms, so many people like quit bands and thought, you know what, I've got this extra time on my hands, let's do something, and they've kind of blossomed from
It was
that.
proper make or break lockdown.
Yeah, it was,
The amount of
yeah.
musicians that went back to like muggle jobs and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, all the gigs are now available.
I did the
what we
opposite.
felt.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody. But there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I think we were writing songs before lockdown, and then I think you and Scott tried to record songs during the pandemic. It was like, I've done this, and you were sending.
Well, there's a fun story about that because I can't remember doing that at all. Like lockdown to me is a complete blur. And then it got out
Real.
of it, and then I was on my computer just like trying to find files. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, when the hell did I do that?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
loads of these songs that were recorded. I was like, God, I have been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had no memory of it at all. It's so weird.
Lockdown
like,
was a fever dream.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I felt like. It was, but yeah.
Yeah.
I never recorded, but I got like 2 albums written in lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah, that's-
And then
That's crazy.
I
That's
quite a
probably
lot.
recorded half of them. I didn't like the rest of the songs because never mind.
Yeah. Well, we didn't even like each other before lockdown, really.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Kind of forced us to get along.
yeah.
and all of our lockdown Logic sessions are tragic because we'd never used Logic before.
Well,
So it was
you've got to
just
start
getting to
somewhere,
grips
yeah.
with the system. It was really, really awful.
You should see my first recordings on Audacity. I wish I still had the album. I made an album, like, this is like my first album I released. It was
Right,
with one of my other mates.
Yeah.
We had like 24 songs on it and stuff. And to be fair, some of the songs I thought were okay, but just the production value was just like it was like the equivalent of doing like a Picasso on clip art, you know, just like or paint, whatever. It's
Yeah.
awful. But you know, you got to start somewhere. We used to sell it at the pub for like you say, oh, if you buy us a pint, we'll give you an album.
Wow.
Just didn't tell them it was your album.
Before the
brilliant.
Spotify days, that was
Roulette idea.
Yeah.
It could be a good album.
Yeah.
Oh, you got one of mine again.
24 songs for 1 pint of beer. Well, it was 2 pints because we wanted one each, but you know,
2 albums.
we're sold out.
That's a great marketing
Yeah, it
strategy.
is, huh?
Stop doing that, taking albums.
You know what? If we did that at the Dubliner, we'd absolutely like get really drunk. But
But yeah, I give my EPs away at HMV for free, and they've still got loads left. So I don't think that people are going to buy them.
but the thing is, right? If you sell them to a place where everybody's been having a drink, and they loosen up, and they hear you playing, you go, "Oh, that's really good." Well, I've got these albums for sale. You say like £5 or something. People,
Yeah.
it's a,
Might
it
invest.
worked. It worked back in the day. That's all I'm saying.
Just don't use albums anymore. do
No, nobody buys CDs and stuff anymore, do they?
Yeah.
I do. I
So-
love CDs.
Grace loves CDs.
I would
love
buy
CDs.
CDs but I don't have a CD player anymore.
Oh.
I
on
do,
my
but
car.
mine barely works. You have to play the play button about
loads do. Oh,
about
God.
10 times before it works.
Yeah.
I'm just sat there like, come on, come on. But
What's
it's
your
brilliant.
favourite albums?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Of
Of all time, that is so tough.
Top of your head.
I
Yeah,
have,
because
I
it's
have
a
one
top of your
in
head thing,
mind.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like it's
Okay,
mind
you
change
go
and
first
stuff.
then.
Truesdale, a 3-piece girl band from the US, and the album Out of My Mind, which came out last year. Maisie Peters, what was her most recent one?
The Good Witch.
The Good Witch is unreal, of course.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking lyrically, Folklore by Taylor Swift is amazing. That really got me through lockdown. It was amazing. And then I'm really loving Sabrina Carpenter's new album. I don't know whether either of you have listened to it.
I've
but
not
it's
heard the album. I've heard a few of the singles that came out. And stuff.
unreal.
It's been on the background. I'm sure my wife's played it a few
You would
times.
have heard Espresso. You
Yeah.
should have made a big thing about Espresso.
Yeah.
Because a few months before she released that single, James has a song called Espresso Martini. And that would have been the
Oh
perfect
my
mashup
God, you
to
could
bring
have
out
mashed them up
in bars.
together.
But my most marketing genius is just selling CDs to drunk people. Like that's as far as I go with that.
Just push it a bit further, you know. And collab with
Yeah.
Aye.
It's weird. I can't even go. How does that go again?
Always think about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, just got the melody in my
Yeah.
head.
Brilliant.
What's your favourite album?
God, that's
Not
a
quite
loaded
basic bitch.
question.
Mine's
I mean,
Multiply Ed Sheeran.
Hell yeah.
My first,
Nice.
the first album where I was like listened to it like from start to finish and thought, you know what, I'm going to play this again, was Bridge Over Troubled Water by
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel, 1970. It's just everything about that album was just because even like the production, the way that they produced it was just like proper thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
They don't get as much credit. Like, the Beatles will usually get the credit for doing like the out there kind of recordings and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know the song The Boxer?
No.
No. Well, there's a song called The Boxer, and it's a big popular song.
Yeah.
But they've got it's like a really big chorus. It goes la la la, and it's got a massive drum going boom like that. But they didn't have like the technology to make that sound. So what they had to do was they had to get all the recording equipment into a giant cathedral
Oh my god.
just to do the bang,
Bang.
bit.
That's
And it's-
mental.
Yeah, that's proper. Honestly, there's a proper like the CD. You can get. I've got a CD, like a DVD, where it's just like the making of this album. It's just
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
about it. So I think I'm sure it was the first album that used loops.
Right?
Wow.
Cecilia.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was just them. It wasn't even instruments. They were just. You can hear it on the thing. Honestly, I could go for ages talking about
That's cool.
this album. But yeah, that's probably like that was my favourite back in the day. Then I'm just gonna say that one because I'm gonna go.
Go on a tangent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna go
know.
on a tangent. I'm gonna stop myself.
I
very
know,
quickly.
the more this conversation goes, the more albums are
The more
popping
you
into
get.
my
Yeah,
head.
that's-
Yeah. Well, we'll take a short break. We'll come back and we'll chat more about your music and stuff, what's to come. And we've got a couple of Instagram questions to chuck in as well.
Oh.
So yeah,
Awesome.
see part 2.
Yeah.
Come on, James.
I had it sussed out before, and then
Oh, we're back. Just continue without me.
Yeah. And welcome back to side 2. We didn't ask. Usually, the first thing we ask is what we're drinking.
I'll go on and ask it.
What we're drinking.
Well, in the first half I was drinking that. Now I'm drinking this.
Because
We've swapped.
that sparked my kind of like, ooh, that looks. It's like a rosé pink lemonade.
Yeah,
kind
this
of.
is a rhubarb cider.
It's delicious.
It's not fizzy.
Oh, that's the
Right.
best kind of ciders.
Yeah.
You know it's a proper cider when it's not fizzy.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Also, this one's not a proper cider, so this one's fizzy, and it's an apple one. I
just
can't
an
remember the
apple
name.
cider.
It's like an
No.
apple cider.
Be
Apple cider.
Aspel.
Yes,
Aspel.
that's it.
Yeah.
Knew it began with an A.
Yeah, Aspel cider. I'm on the legendary Fruly, which is my favourite. It's like a strawberry beer. Oh, so
Delicious.
I was really looking forward to a Guinness, but they've run out.
oh.
So now I've got Budvar.
Budvar.
Some Czech Republic non-alcoholic beer.
Delish.
It's all right, to be fair. It's better than I thought. It's one of them when I took the first mouthful, I was like, oh, what the fuck's that? And then after it, it's been really nice.
That's The thing is, you can only if you have alcoholic beer after that, then you'll be like, oh, actually, what was that?
Yeah.
The thing with non-alcoholic beer, you've got to like only have that. If you have that with alcoholic beer, you can completely tell the difference in it.
Yeah.
And this is Guinness.
Guinness is such a good Guinness Zero.
Guinness Zero is like the boy, isn't it?
Yeah. But this one, he was like, this is non-alcoholic, is that all right? I was like, should be. I am driving, so I suppose so. Yeah, okay. But yeah, we got a couple of Instagram questions that have come through for yourselves.
Cool.
If you guys don't yet, drop us a follow on Instagram at OffTheStageUK, and you can ask your questions to whoever we have on the pod next. At HMV Newcastle, if you could get sponsorship from a company, who would it be?
I have a list on my phone for this question. I know who Hannah's going to say.
I have no idea.
Okay, so we both say this all the time. We use Loop earplugs.
Oh, yeah.
Every single gig that we do, and we're constantly, whenever we have an Instagram photo, we're always like, ooh, there's the Loop
Yeah,
earplugs.
I've got me loops and all. Like, I got a
Yeah.
loop.
So they're brilliant. That would be amazing. And then my second one, which I've had for ages, is you know how Domino's do those like artist features? They did one with Katy Perry recently, but the best one is the one with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, the
yeah.
adverts on TV.
Yeah. If we ever got asked to write the advert for Domino's, that would be wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had someone on the show who wrote the song for Domino's.
Shut up.
It's Frankie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he, well, the rumour was because it was Frankie and the Heartstrings, and the song was called Hunger.
Oh
So,
yeah.
So they got, but the rumour was he got 3 Domino's for life.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Always been
God.
the rumour. I asked him it, and he was like, no, it was kind of thing where like we went into Domino's and like they recognised us and they gave us like Domino's pizzas.
Yeah.
So it was like myth busted, but you know it's half true.
Yeah.
It's half true.
That's
yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
That's
That's mental.
I'm sure he still gets. I don't know if he still gets commission for that or not. I'll have to rewatch the episode. It's on the episode anyway.
Yeah. Who would I go for? Vocal Zone would be a good shout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for a lot of them. Dario Strings, go for a lot of them. And shearing guitars, I go for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Found my first shearing guitar in the loft the other day, and like the back's just completely taken
Oh
off.
really?
The second one is obviously electronical faults, and the third one is getting holes in it as we speak.
Oh,
Probably not the
goodness.
best sponsor there.
But to be,
you want a damaged guitar?
but I'll talk good of them when they start sponsoring.
Yeah.
And really good guitars. I just really go through them.
Bash them in.
Yeah.
Probably Monster Energy drink for me.
Oh.
Or Rockstar, because it's like, you know, Rockstar.
It's a good enough for energy drinks.
Yeah.
I lived on Red Bull when I recorded my album.
I love good energy. I know they're bad for you. Like
I've never had an energy drink.
Really?
Yeah.
I had
probably
a,
for the
I had a
best, to be
sip
honest.
of Red Bull one time. I just didn't like the taste.
I just
It's really
can't
sweet,
get the
isn't
taste
it?
of
Yeah, it's a strange taste. It's they do it deliberately. They make it taste like
Yeah.
nothing you've ever tried before because it's like
Yeah.
it's almost like as no reminds of like as no, it's like it's hard to explain.
They make it
taste of
taste like
energy
a
drink.
chemical so that
Yeah.
you know
Mm-hmm.
It's
it's
almost
for
like
the
medicine.
energy rather than...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
To me,
it.
it tastes like, you know those sweets, love hearts.
Yeah.
It tastes like those crushed up and made into a drink to me.
God.
Okay.
That's how it tasted to me. But it was about 2 years ago that I had
Yeah.
a sip, so that's hindsight talking.
I just never grew up and started drinking coffee, so I kind of got stuck on energy
Yeah.
drinks. I mean, I'll have a cup of tea with like 4 sugars if I need to perk myself up. That's about it, really.
Tea is disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh, really?
love a cup of tea.
I hate tea.
It depends what tea, isn't it? It's like
I'm a coffee girl
Like, yeah.
myself.
I prefer
like
coffee. Like I'll have tea, but I'm not like, I'm not a tea drinker.
I'm a PG Tips guy.
PG.
God,
If I was going to be any, I'd be
My mum would love
Yorkshire.
you.
Just because Sean Bean was on the advert.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, honestly, advertisements like that work. Like if you've got
Yeah.
an actor that you like,
Yeah.
advertising something,
You're
you're
in.
like, yeah, I'm really fickle like that.
What's the one that you like, Hannah? Is it Tetley?
Tetley, PG Tips. Our mum has PG Tips, so that's the one that's in the house.
Yeah.
Not allowed Yorkshire tea.
And PG Tips used to come with a little teddy monkey once upon a time.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, what's the fella called? The comedian.
Johnny Vegas?
That's the one.
Johnny
They were
Vegas.
great
with the
ones.
monkey. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, they were the ones with the actual actors of monkeys, like the chimpanzee. People that's probably his animal cruelty now. I think you can't get away with that these days, can you?
Next question we got at Mrs. Berry Insta. If you could sing a duet with a fictional character, who would it be?
Oh
my God.
You can't spring that kind of question on someone.
With a
a great
fictional
question.
character.
Character.
A fictional character.
I feel like you dive into like the musical ones, but it'd be
Yeah,
funny
I
to do
mean-
one with a non-musical.
Yeah, I mean, I'd immediately look at like something like Disney or something like that, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? But
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I think like Disney.
I have no idea right now.
I'd love to do karaoke with Ebenezer Scrooge. I feel like that would be
That'd
great
be pretty
fun.
cool.
Yeah. Just the challenge for the night is to get him up to do a song.
Well,
Yeah.
that would be because
Yeah.
he'd be like, wow,
That's such a good answer.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at this kind of
horrible
on the
at it.
spot.
I don't know why, but Ebenezer Scrooge is literally the only person I can think of right now.
Here's the thing: when I'm on the spot, I can't make an answer, but afterwards, I think I come up with the greatest answer
Yeah.
ever, and it's
Yeah.
just like, damn it.
Yes.
Well, it says sing a duet. Does the other person have to sing?
Oh.
Sing
I guess so. Yeah, I
Because
think.
it could just be like, for example, you could go back to Back to the Future, and you could be singing with Marty McFly playing guitar, kind of thing.
Oh.
Oh, that'd be
I
good.
think a duet is
You've gotta be singing with
is
them.
I think duo is like can be thing, but I think a duet is two vocals in it. That's how I would describe a duet.
Fair enough.
That's
Maybe
a tough question.
That is a really good but tough question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't know anything of Arnold, like some Arnold Schwarzenegger character. Anyone who's
Moving on.
that's just
Do the chopper.
because I've only got in my head that Predator the musical. Have you ever seen that? That's the greatest thing ever. So basically, someone's made a mashup of Predator, and they made it into a musical. If
Right.
it bleeds, you can kill it. If it bleeds, we can kill it. And
Oh my
it's
God.
and it's so cool. So yeah, I'd probably whoever Arnold Schwarzenegger plays in Predator, I'll
Okay.
do duo with him.
I every time I sing Rocket Man at one of my gigs, I occasionally put a twist on the word Rocket Man to do the Stewie Griffin version where he's taking the mick out of, is it William Shatner?
Shatner, yeah.
So I'm gonna go. I'd sing with Stewie Griffin to do Rocket Man.
Okay.
Rocket Man.
They're funny as well.
Yeah.
Do you ever see that there's time at a wedding where we forgot, I didn't forget, Vince forgot, all of the, I know it wasn't Vince, it was a story with some other guy, didn't have any backing music, but all he had was William Shatner playing Bohemian Rhapsody. And if you've ever heard, honestly, watch any William Shatner record, just watch it. It's just the funniest thing ever because he just talks over the sound. He doesn't
Oh,
have
I
to sing.
see.
It's great.
I think I'd probably do Bridget Jones because I think it would just be a fun time.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
just want to be friends with Bridget Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be my answer.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, can I change my answer?
Go on then.
Go for it.
No, Troy from High School Musical.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Absolutely.
That's such a good shout.
Just like dreamy eyes, just kind of looking at you like, oh.
Would you be Gabriella then?
I'd be the other person.
Gabriella.
Gabrielle, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'd be like nervous at first,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with the
Yeah, yeah,
How it is.
yeah.
And then you break into
yeah,
it.
no, like,
Yeah.
you break
Start
my show,
walking
yeah.
halfway through for no
Yeah.
reason. It was a
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
dance that was.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Troy from High School Musical.
Yeah, that's your partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
Which one would you do?
God, that's a good one.
Because Breaking Free is the obvious one, but they do open with Start with Something New.
Yeah.
Oh.
Religiously watched High
What
School
tune?
Musical when I was younger.
What's the breaking up one?
Never seen the third one though.
There's a really good song in the third one where it's like an angry song and they're like proper pumped up and stuff and it's like
I love the second one, to be fair. Every Day was a great song.
I can't remember the second one to be
Every
honest.
day from right now. Do you have karaoke? That's great.
Bring into a High School Musical podcast. It's
It's
like,
like, I
gotta go my own way. What about us? What
Yeah.
about everything we've been
that's
through?
a good one.
so all agreed, Troy from High School Musical.
Yeah. Just spinning around to our own music and stuff. Obviously, you guys have got a few songs out so far.
Yeah.
Is it right that you've got an EP coming out soon?
We
Is
do.
that right? Is that called Mess?
Yes.
It is,
Right.
Correct.
indeed.
What's your plans with that? When's it out?
It is out on Friday, the 6th of September. So is it this Friday? I don't know when it'll be when the episode comes out.
This is
but
how.
Next week, so it will be out now.
it's
Out now.
out right now, guys.
Go and stream it on all your favourite streaming platforms. Yeah, we're really excited for it. It includes lots of tracks that we've been releasing this year and plus a new one that we haven't released yet.
Cool.
And we want people to listen to it as a body of work because
Yeah.
even if they've listened to the singles, we want them to listen to it all together.
Yeah.
So have you like put each track in kind of specific positions
Yeah.
for like it's good. That's what you.
Yeah, and we wrote them with the intention of bringing
Having
them
them,
out as a
yeah.
whole. So
Yeah,
Tell,
exactly.
that tells a whole story. It's not just It's cool. I like
exactly.
We kind of set out to write a pop EP last year because we wanted to be really involved in the festival season this year. And so all of these songs were born out of what can we sing to make our festival set electric and something that people talk about. And then we wrote them all and they just felt like they meshed really nicely together. And so they became Mess.
Nice. Very good.
That's pretty cool how it's done. When you did your songs earlier today, and obviously you mashed your songs in, was
Yeah.
this final song part of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a couple of lines, yes.
But so that's really cool that
Yeah.
you can even mash them up together.
Yeah.
That's how good like as an artwork it is.
Yeah, it works.
That's where it's well thought through. They're all similar. That's cool. Do you have any artwork specific for this one?
Yes.
We do. It's you can see it on our last single that we released, which is The Way It Is, which is the last track on the EP. But it's us together wearing purple and blue, and our hair is all messy.
Yeah.
Smart. Mint. No, that's cool. When you guys do release songs and EPs and stuff, do you ever have like release gigs planned alongside it, or do you have any? What's your sort of promo campaign for when it's out?
I think we try to plan it so that we have either a festival or a gig near-ish.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of supports dotted here and there. But I think for most of our songs, we have a strong social media campaign for all of our songs. And then we have bits and bobs, like extras that we do on different platforms. So YouTube, we have a making of series. So we document the entire process of us in the studio producing up the song. And then we edit all that up, and that's kind of a YouTube exclusive series.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest thing that we do. Takes a lot of time, but I think people enjoy it. So
Well, that's it. It's more for like the main fans in it.
yeah,
Like they're
yes.
the ones that are invested, so it's to give something back.
Yeah,
really
exactly,
cool.
exactly. And it's nice for us to watch back as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we forget things or when we forget how ideas came to be. Yeah, and we just see it in all the footage.
Good idea. I think everyone should do that.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work.
it is a lot of work.
Sometimes I wish I did that with my kind of like earlier stuff because it's just it's there. Well, half of it's not even there anymore.
Yeah.
It's like it was before. I'm talking like I'm really bloody ancient now. It was like before you could like upload things on the internet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I made these little cool CDs, and me being me, I just lose them. I don't make enough of them, and they're just kind of lost in the history of time. Songs that will
Yeah.
never be heard ever again because I never showed them anyone. I just put them on a little CD, and I don't have the CD anymore.
There's millions of musicians that have done that, James.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Or then lost songs.
yeah. Just imagine.
I think you had a part on the podcast about that years
Yeah.
ago. About how there's
Song
like
heaven.
loads of songs that were made before recording devices were there as well.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got to think like there's
Yeah.
only. I mean, recording's only been around for what 100 years,
yeah,
and music's been around for thousands. So you've got
Mm.
thousands of years of just people not. I mean, obviously you've got sheet music and stuff like that,
yeah,
but in terms of just the everyday person, just I've got a cool little song, and the only way you remember it is by playing it, and then other people remembering the little hooks and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I find folk music fascinating because that's basically what it is. Like you
Like word of mouth.
you think like for example, the song, you know, the song House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was only the last indentation of that song. Probably went back 100 years before recording was even a thing. So that song wouldn't have sounded like that. It's kind of evolved into that, and nobody
Yeah.
knows who wrote it.
Yeah.
And you think like they'd be in heaven kicking themselves now, just like, damn it.
If only I'd written my name.
Still be down there.
Yeah. I don't know what I'd do without voice memos and
Yeah, oh
notes
God,
on my
yeah.
phone.
I'm starting using that a lot now.
Yeah.
Thousands upon thousands on my phone. I'm amazed my phone hasn't just imploded. The amount of stuff on there. It's just,
New recording 2000 and
oh, I know. It's
Yeah, and you never
crazy.
actually call them anything particular. It's just always there,
man.
and you've got to just search through them all. And
yeah.
Which-
I think I wrote it in September.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a proper
I
nightmare.
did that. I listened to all my little. I just put them on shuffle on my car, and I was like listening to some of them. Was ones you forget about. You go, oh, it's a bit of a banger that.
Yeah.
I've got to try and remember the exact number code before I forget it, because
Yeah.
otherwise you just can't.
Yeah,
Because you're driving and you can't actually like stop and kind of press
Yeah,
pause
yeah,
and
yeah.
rename it. But
You can favourite voice memos now, though.
ooh, can you?
You can favourite them, and then they go into a favourites folder.
Wow,
Well,
great.
that's a game changer.
Queen of voice
is.
memos over here, yeah. I use the app quite a lot, so
Yeah.
I know a trick or two, but yeah, you can favourite voice memos.
Right. Well, that's my next to-do list then.
Is there any other gigs you want to give a good plug to?
Let's see.
On the 12th, we're supporting Hope and Social at Think Tank in Newcastle. And then we have a support act later on in the year, which we can't tell you about. But it's
Okay.
very exciting.
It is really exciting.
So
It's
people should keep their eyes on our social media to listen out for that one.
yeah, it's really exciting. Can't wait to announce it.
Do you know whereabouts that venue is?
In Newcastle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Is that where most of your gigs would be?
Yeah, most of the
Yeah, we're based in Newcastle.
Yeah.
But as we say, I mean, we're doing Darlington Festival, and we've been around doing stuff.
Musician
in
life,
some-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gigging in Bristol
Yeah.
one night.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Hopefully we just keep going more and more
Further and
further
further out,
afield.
yeah.
Absolutely. And just on the off chance any of our listeners want to drop you a follow, what is the social tags?
At Twayn Twins on all social media. And then if you want to listen to our songs on streaming platforms, we're just Twayn, Twayn.
Perfect. Thank you very much for coming down, guys.
Thank you for having us.
No worries. Again, if you haven't followed us yet, we are at Off the Stage UK. Drop us a follow. Keep up to date with gig guides, songs that are coming out, musicians on the podcast. Of course, listen to Twayn's new EP, Mess, which will be out now. Shameless plug, my latest single, Overboard, is also out on the same day. So give that a listen to.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, anything you need to push?
I've got a live album coming out
Oh.
from live at the Bunker. I don't know when it's coming out.
Oh.
I only just got it back the other day. I'm very impressed with it.
Something to be excited
It'll be out next
for.
month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It'll be out next month sometime.
Cool.
Yeah. I've also got a. I'm just gonna go through. I've also got my other thing. I'm rehashing my folk thing. I'm releasing a thing called Folk 182. So it's basically just Blink 182, but folk. Yeah.
Oh, I love
folk
that.
versions
That's
of Blink
cool.
182 songs.
Cool.
Amazing. I love
But I
that.
don't know when that's coming out, but you know, stay
I mean,
tuned.
you say
for it.
that, but he does this kind of stuff all the time and then leaves that on the back burner for another year.
Yeah.
Comes back to it in 10 years and goes, that was a great idea, that was.
Actually recorded it this time.
Wow.
It's not just an idea. It's
What's
like
that?
I've done it.
You've said it out loud now, so we have
Yeah,
to
exactly,
keep, we have to
that's it,
keep you
that's my plan.
accountable.
Yeah.
Recorded.
Yeah.
Mint. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy the mashup of the next song.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we'll see you in a bit. Bop, bop.
Pony pig that. Wait a minute. That's all, folks.
I called you Mr. Perfect. We got on like a house on fire until you burned it down. You tell me all about politics. I do my makeup just to sit with you on FaceTime. You said I'm pretty, but you lied. You tell me things I just wanna hear. Wish you'd say something sincere, but I take sweet nothings over nothing at all. You only ever sit forever on the backs of all your meaningless Valentine cards, and whatever 'cause I'm better off without you, 'cause you not loving me was breaking my heart. And I know that we had all our problems, but you can't expect me to just solve them. Mr. Perfect, oh so worth it, weren't you? Long distance hurt for me, but I bet you liked the double life. Kissing other girls in the dead of night. You called me the best woman alive. I liked your jokes, your smile and compliments at tea time. I bragged to my friends, these are mine. You tell me things I just wanna hear. Wish you'd say something sincere, but I take sweet nothings over nothing at all. You only ever said forever on the backs of all your meaningless Valentine cards. And whatever, 'cause I'm better off without you, 'cause you not loving me was breaking my heart. And I know that we had all our problems, but you can't expect me to just solve them. Mr. Perfect, oh so worth it, weren't you? Spend months of my life crying over a guy who only loved me on email, and that makes me over emotional, full of delusion and nowhere near normal. I say things with hyperbole because I love way too quickly now. I know you're not perfect, you're mean and you're worthless, you hurt me. And I've been out for brunch every weekend with my girls. We all agree that you're a terrible person. I'm doing community service, telling the world that you're worthless. And I could write an essay on all of your red flags, doing my homework, and you go love that. Our play could be Shakespeare, you're tragic and dangerous, but looking back I have to laugh. So if you've got a problem, go on, tell me to my Mr. Perfect, oh so worth it, weren't you? The universe, she works in such mysterious. Mr. Perfect, oh so worth it, weren't you? You only ever said forever on the backs of all your meaningless Valentine cards. And whatever, 'cause I'm better off without you, 'cause you not loving me was breaking my heart. And I know that we had all our problems, but you can't expect me to just solve them. Mr. Perfect, oh so